Morning, guys. I hope you're all doing well. So, by now, I've officially announced my pregnancy on my channel. Obviously, I've been pregnant for quite a while at this point. My original plan was to tell you guys on YouTube officially that I was pregnant. Oh, probably close to around September, end of that September, beginning of October. That's when I would have been entering my second trimester. But as you guys know, there's just been a lot that's been going on with the house. You know more of this if you follow me on Instagram, because that's pretty much where I have been at. I love doing YouTube. YouTube is kind of like therapeutic for me. But Instagram is where I make my money. And so I've been more active on Instagram than YouTube as of lately. And so I've kind of just posted videos, and y'all figured out by now that I am pregnant. So yes, there's that. So unlike with Edison, I try to do bump dates fairly regularly, but by the time I got to the third trimester, there was just so much with my incompetent cervix going on that I just didn't want to stress myself out by doing extra work. And so I just kind of stopped and did more general updates. And that's what I am doing with this baby too. I filmed back in September. It would have been mid-September because we had just moved into this house. What my first trimester was like, and that should be up before this video. And now that I'm at the end of my second trimester, I want to talk to you guys about what the second trimester has been like for me with baby number two. I'm not like the biggest coffee drinker or anything like that, but I feel like coffee mixed with nesting energy has just been so much. If they can bottle nesting energy up with like caffeine, I think that would be like the world's biggest seller, because holy cow, have I gotten so much done. And it's only Wednesday, and like my to-do list is like almost completely done, which is freaking amazing. Anyway, second trimester bump date. So I am currently 27 weeks and 2 days. So I am at the tail end of my second trimester. And I want to say this trimester has been a little different than with Edison, but not too different. So my first trimester was way, way different. During my first trimester with Edison, the only symptom I really experienced was just extreme fatigue. I was like just so freaking tired all the time with Edison. And I was really fatigued with this baby as well during my first trimester. Like I had to like stop all projects. I did not have the energy to do anything, which makes it a terrible time to move. But with this baby, I also kind of got sick. A lot of people were like, that's not getting sick, girl, because I only threw up like 4 times or something like that. But for me, that was a lot. And so I wasn't too happy with it. But once I got into the second trimester, and it took a while into the second trimester too, it was around 16, 17 weeks that like all the nausea and the food aversions kind of subsided, and I was able to eat again, which helped out so much. I didn't feel nauseous at all anymore. I think that's one of the things that I really hated, was I was just feeling nauseous all the time, and I couldn't vomit or throw up. I was just feeling like I wanted to, but I couldn't. And it was just one of the most disgusting feelings to go through. I absolutely hated it. But that all subsided around 16, 17 weeks with this baby. And I just felt completely normal again. And I felt normal from about 16, 17 weeks all the way up until I want to say 25 weeks, 26 weeks, 25 and a half to 26 weeks. That's when the symptoms of the third trimester really started kicking in, a bit early. That happened with Edison too. So my children have seemed to always sit, let me back up. So Edison sat fairly low when I was carrying him. And so that's why I had issues with incompetent cervix. By the time I was 26 weeks, I was already 3 centimeters dilated and whatnot. We didn't even know if we were going to be able to keep him in the entire time. With this baby, he tends to sit high. So, you know, if I'm sitting down for a long time, he'll drop down, but he tends to sit pretty high for me. And so he's always pushing up against my stomach and whatnot. And so I've been experiencing as of late a lot of like acid reflux. And it generally happens more towards the evening. When I sit down to eat dinner, instead of like dropping down like he normally does, he actually like pushes up, and I can feel it pushing up against my stomach and pushing my food out, which is not cool at all, baby. It's just not cool. So I've been eating dinner a bit earlier to try to combat that. I've been eating lighter dinners. I've kind of switched it. Generally, I eat a really light breakfast, a lighter lunch, and then my dinner is heavier. But as of late, my lunch has been heavier than my dinner because I know like he's just gonna push up against my stomach, and I don't like feeling queasy. I don't like the feeling of acid reflux and whatnot. And so yeah, just to kind of not deal with that, I've been eating a lighter dinner and eating my dinner a little bit earlier, which works out now because Steven, he switched his roles at his job, and so he's getting home consistently and he's getting home early, which is really, really nice for me. I love the new position that he's in. It is absolutely wonderful. Braxton Hicks. I was experiencing some Braxton Hicks like as early as like 11 weeks. Like my body was really trying to get prepared for this baby, but my Braxton Hicks I feel like are more pronounced now. So I feel my uterus contracting, and it never hurts for me. Like I know some women are like, it hurts them. It doesn't hurt me, but my belly just gets like rock solid. It's like my belly and my sides, they just get rock solid, and it'll stay that way for about a minute and a half, and then it'll subside. They are not consistent, and they happen at random, but they'll happen like 4 or 5 times a day. So we're not really worried about, you know, that being a sign of early labor or anything like that. Just my body doing what it's supposed to do. I'm hoping the fact that these Braxton Hicks don't hurt will mean that my labor and delivery will be very close to what it was with Edison. If you guys haven't watched my L&D story, I'll have it linked for you guys. But basically my L&D was completely smooth up until Edison started trying to come out my back. If I didn't go into back labor, I probably wouldn't have felt really any labor pains at all, because all my pains came from my back spasming. And so when I was just like, this feels, because how to say it, when I gave birth to Edison, it felt exactly like what I had gone through before with my back spasms when I had a cyst. Like it was the pain was a little bit more intense, but not by much. And so, and like before, you know, I got pretty close up to labor to the point where most women experience pain and want an epidural. And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not painful. And so I am praying that my L&D goes very similarly, except for without the back labor, because I think if that's the case, then it'll be like the smoothest, you know, labor and delivery ever, and that's what I want. So we will see. But yeah, so we had our 20-week appointment, obviously like 7 weeks ago, because I can math. No, we had it 5 weeks ago, because we got it at 22 weeks. We got it at 22 weeks. We got it a little bit late, just because of everything going on with the holidays and family and whatnot. But we got our 4D ultrasound. I think I told you in the first trimester video. If not, I'll mention it here. I'm using the same midwife that I had used previously, and so you're only supposed to be scheduled for 2 ultrasounds, and that's it. Which I do get a little jealous. I see people getting scans like every week. I'm like, oh gosh, it'd be so cool to see what my baby looks like. But I think the best thing for me is that as part of the second ultrasound, you get a 4D scan as well, and you get a video of it. So I have a 4D video of my baby, and I have the 4D scans of my baby. I think that's pretty cool, and that's part of the package that we have with them, and so we don't have to pay any extra for that. That's like just what you get. And I know a lot of women have to go to like other clinics and stuff like that to get like the 4D scans of their baby. Like I just go to my doctor's office and I get it. So I like that. We got to see our baby, and he is so freaking cute. But he's big. He's big. He is measuring a gestational week earlier than what he actually is, like his size. And so, like right now, he's measuring at 28 weeks instead of 27 weeks. So he is a big baby. They're worried that he might be a 10-pounder, but we are going to keep an eye out on it. I was a little bit worried about gestational diabetes because I know typically if you have a big baby, it's a sign of gestational diabetes. But you know, I haven't done my diabetes testing yet or my glucose testing yet because I'm not at 30 weeks and you can't test for that early. But I'm not showing any signs otherwise, and I'm generally a really healthy eater. The holiday seasons I have not been, but I'm getting back onto my game. I'm generally a really healthy eater, and I've been healthy for my entire pregnancy for the most part. And so my midwife and my OBGYN are not concerned about gestational diabetes. So that bit is good. Oh, what else? Okay. So for my total pregnancy up until this point, I have gained just under 10 pounds. So I feel like that puts me on track for where I was with Edison. But I feel like my stomach looks way bigger because I think like, well, this baby is bigger than what Edison was. So I feel like I look pregnant now. With Edison, I didn't really start to look pregnant. Like most people wouldn't guess that I was pregnant up until like 33 weeks. And then people are like, oh, you're pregnant. How far along are you? Now people are like, oh, you're pregnant. And it's been that way since like, I want to say 22 weeks whenever I got my ultrasound. I think that's when people started realizing like, oh, she's pregnant. I know that you look pregnant sooner when you are on your second baby because your uterus is already like expanded before, and so your body knows what to do. But yeah, I feel like I actually look pregnant now, and I don't mind it. The bump is really cute, so that's cool. It's just been annoying like fitting into clothes, so I've actually gone out and bought maternity clothes. I thought they were so stupid with Edison because I walked into the hospital to deliver Edison in my normal jeans. And now I'm just like, I can fit my normal jeans still, but I would never because that is just so freaking uncomfortable. Like, I live in maternity wear for the most part, and I'm completely okay with it. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this bump date. Yeah, it's just been really, really, it's been different, but it's been the same comparing this baby with Edison. But I'm just really, really excited. I'm excited that we are almost over. I have my first third trimester appointment next week after we get back from Vegas. So this will be coming up late for you guys. I'll have already had that appointment. And then I go in every 2 weeks instead of every month. And I don't know, it's kind of hitting that baby will be here soon. Oh, that's what I haven't talked about. Nesting. Speaking about nesting energy, it's been real. Things that would literally take me like a week to accomplish, I finished like in a day. Our garage is almost completely organized. I cleaned out our mud closet. I cleaned out our cleaning closet, cleaned our pantry, did Steven's office. What else? And then the nursery, almost all set up, all done within 2 days. And this is stuff that generally would have taken me like a week to do. I wouldn't have gotten it done in the first trimester at all. I didn't have the energy for that. But I've been getting so much done lately, and I absolutely love it. I want to bottle up nesting energy. It is so freaking useful. The nursery is coming along. I can't wait to show you guys. Let me know if you would like to see what our bedroom nursery looked like for Edison. Because with Edison, we were still in our townhouse apartment. We didn't have the extra space. We did, but I didn't want to leave him downstairs. I don't have the nursery downstairs when we were upstairs. That made no sense to me. But in this house, the majority of the bedrooms are on the same level. And so we do have a nursery for the baby, and Edison has his own room. But I do want to show you guys what that looks like. But we decided not to go for a crib. I will talk more about that in the nursery video. But yeah, let me know if you would like to see what our setup for Edison looked like, because I think it's great for small spaces. It worked out really, really well for us. And we'll be having something similar in our bedroom, because a nursery is great and everything like that, especially since, you know, we do have a nanny. But realistically, we know the child's going to be in our room for the most part. The child's going to sleep with us. Co-sleeping for the first year is what's healthiest. Co-sleeping and bed sharing are not the same thing, by the way. But most parents nowadays do co-sleep with their baby. We still do have our bassinet, which we'll be using for this baby as well. So they literally can like swing them over the bed without them being in the bed with us at the same time. And then we bed share with Edison too. And so, yeah, like they're going to be spending most of their time in our room when it comes to sleeping at night, but I still like the idea of having an area set up for them. And that is almost done, and I'm so excited about it. But yeah, okay guys, so that is it for my second trimester video. I will insert some clips of my bump for you guys later on, right here, if that makes sense. Those shots later on, but I'll insert them right here for you guys. This is my belly at 27 weeks and 2 days. And so I am looking pregnant. I am feeling pregnant. I am excited about it. But yeah, so I'm going to go, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about first or second trimester, even third trimester, because technically I experienced before, go ahead and let me know. You can let me know either down below or on my Instagram. I would love to answer any pregnancy questions for you guys. All pregnancies are different, but I literally do not mind sharing my experience. Watching these videos, reading people's blogs is literally what got me through my first pregnancy. So I'm just so happy to add back to the plethora of information that's out there now for women online. But anyway, I'm going to go. I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!